All right, guys, we'll start with an opening statement from Coach, and then we'll open up to questions.
Yeah, I mean, really proud of our group. I thought our defense was fabulous, holding them to 62 points. Kevin and Campbell had a heck of a year. They're a really good team. Not a whole lot of prep is hard to prepare for them in a quick turnaround, but thought our guys were locked in. And this guy over here did a fabulous job on Dugan for 40 minutes. He's a talented offensive guy, but really frustrated him, and big part of why we got it done today.
Open up to questions.
Coach Inglesby, I'm sure you guys were a little frustrated early when you were missing a lot of shots, kind of off the rim. But did you just kind of feel like you had the right flow offensively, and the shots were going to fall? I mean, down the stretch, you guys couldn't miss.
Yeah, I mean, we got a pretty potent offensive team. I think you're going to go through some droughts like that. We had some good looks. We got great balance with our starting group and just being able to trust our offense and share the basketball. And I thought we made some timely threes in the second half. I mean, Eric Timko made a couple big ones when they made the run. And then we were able to get some stops to get out in transition where we're getting layups, we're getting dunks. You get to the foul line a little bit. So just continue to trust what we do on the offensive end. They're a very good defensive team. They got great size. They're physical. They press you. They got a couple turnovers there, but I just thought if we continue to stay true to what we do, we'd be able to, get some good looks.
Hey, Niles. You guys are 2 games in. You would still have to win, obviously, 3 more to go all the way. I mean, is it just kind of like a one game at a time approach you guys are taking? Listen, let's just kind of pour everything into this game and make the most of it and see what happens. Is that pretty much the way you guys are approaching it?
Yeah, we're definitely just taking it one game at a time. I mean, this is we kind of had a rough regular season, but the tournament is something we talked about after every game. So we knew that every game here was important as win or go home, so we just taking it one game at a time.
Hey, for either of you, John Patel from Hoops HD. I believe you beat William and Mary, your next opponent, by double digits last month. Do you take a lot away from that because it will help you tomorrow, or do you not take away a lot of it because regular season and postseason are so different?
Yeah, I think that's a great question. It was one of our only wins a long time ago. So remember that one. And, they're going to make it chaotic for 40 minutes. They press, they run and jump. They're going to try to outscore you. So we'll go back and watch some film and see what we did well against them. I know our assistants probably have already digested that a little bit, but we got to get some rest. We're only playing 7.5 guys today. I think today's game will be very similar to tomorrow's game as far as pace and tempo, and then trying to, get the game in the 70s or 80s. So our ability to take care of the basketball work to get great shots, and then very similar styles on the offensive end as far as systems, some of the Princeton stuff, the chin action, the point series. So maybe today get us prepared a little bit for what we'll see tomorrow.
Coach Inglesby, you guys were able to hold Campbell to no more than 32 points in a single half today, below 65 for the game. I mean, the defense has been discussed throughout the year, and today it seemed like it clicked for you guys.
Do you remember how many points they scored in the second half when we played them at our place? 58 points. So that was obviously brought up at halftime. These guys are laughing at me because they're like, they probably put a bet on if I was going to say that to them or not. But, we referenced that. We guarded them pretty well in the first half, and then they get out in transition, and they turned us over, and they scored 58 points. So, we talked about if we're going to advance down here, we're going to have to do it on the defensive end. And, again, we don't win the game without Niles on Dugan. I mean, Dugan's such a talented offensive guy. They play through him. He's not 100% with his hip, but he battled, and I just thought our adjustment to put him on Dugan for 40 minutes really was able to kind of make him work and take them out of a little bit of the rhythm.
Anything else?
What's that been like for you guys, Martin? I mean, just in terms of, you knew you were going to be a prolific offensive team, but you guys still struggled to get the wins because you found out how important all the other things that have nothing to do with scoring are. But did you guys kind of come into this feeling if we could just kind of do those things a little bit better?
Yeah. Well, I think it's just a consistency. Yeah, I mean, we can score the basketball. I think there's no doubt about it. We led the league in scoring for the majority of the year, but we were also last in defense. So I do think the zone has helped us maybe slow some people down and take some time off the clock, and we're trying to play a little slower on the offensive end to be able to get the game into, maybe the high 60s, low 70s, where we're not in these shootouts and just trying to outscore people. But again, we brought up, the team that won a couple years ago, the CAA Championship, they gave up maybe like 58, 55, and 61 points to advance to get a bid to the NCAA tournament. So these guys are probably tired of me bringing that up, but that's a talented offensive team, and to hold them to 62 points obviously was really big for us, and we're going to need a great effort on that end of the floor tomorrow as well.
Anybody else? All right, guys.
Thanks, you guys.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
guys. Delaware's the lowest seed in tournament history to make the quarterfinals. We had 3 guys set career highs in rebounds today.